Upgrade to Shore non-stop protection.
Now, history awaits the Lionesses tomorrow as they prepare to face Spain in the World Cup final.
We're absolutely delighted to say we're joined live by Lionesses royalty on the programme, player of the tournament and top scorer at last year's Euros, Beth Mead. Beth, thanks so much for joining us live on Sky Sports News this morning. Before we look ahead to tomorrow's final, just tell us a bit about what you're up to specifically today.
Yeah, I have been working closely with the National Lottery. I joined a session last week before the semi-final with some young girls who were very, very excited to watch the semi, and obviously I've got over them nerves now that we're in the final. But yeah, it was an amazing day. I think National Lottery have been incredible in helping create the legacy of the women's game, especially in football, for the last few years. You know, they've invested 50 million over 10 years into, you know, grassroots and pathways up. And I actually was part of one of them when I was younger as part of a talent scheme that the National Lottery funded. So I, on my way to becoming a Lioness, were helped by them. So it was really nice to be a part of it and feed back into the grassroots again.
Yeah, it's great that you get the chance to do that. Obviously, you can't be with the England team because of your injury. Can you tell us a bit about how your recovery from that ACL injury is going? And do you have a date in mind for your comeback?
I don't technically have a due date right now, but yeah, it's been a long injury. It's been a tough one, both mentally and physically, and having to hit markers. But fingers crossed, I'm well on my way to be ready for the start of the season and hopefully playing in some matches for Arsenal when our first games kick off.
That's really encouraging news, Beth. Pleased to hear that. Let's look ahead to the final tomorrow. Now, I'm sure you've got many sort of close friends in the squad. Have you been in touch during the tournament? How are they sort of feeling ahead of this huge occasion tomorrow in Sydney?
Yeah, I've texted them all today and yesterday just because I know how overwhelming it is to get so many messages and stuff. And, you know, I've messaged Serena and the girls and they seem in great spirits. You know, they're in a World Cup final. I know Serena will be well on it with preparations with them and nothing will change. If I know what we did for the Euros, we did the exact same process going into it. We prepared ourselves best. And yeah, the girls are feeling great. They're still having lots of fun. And I know Serena instills that when you do well, she wants you to have fun. And once you're ready to go again, we focus. So I have no doubt that they'll bring it home, or I hope they do. But yeah, it's going to be an exciting day for them and the nation tomorrow.
Fingers crossed for that. Now, they'll be familiar with Spain because you guys played against Spain in the Euros last year. How tough a game are you expecting?
Yeah, I think we know it's a pretty tough one. I think ego aside, as a team, we're a very good squad, an England squad, but, you know, so Spain, and we know we're not going to have lots of the ball. You know, Spain possess the ball really well, but at the end of the day, the score in the top left corner is the important one, and I have no doubt that we'll be physical, we'll be powerful, and we'll be aggressive against them. And hopefully we can score a few goals along the way to make it easier for us fans watching.
Beth, there was so much talk about legacy following the Euros, the success last year. I mean, we can only go on to imagine what the legacy might be if they go on to win the final tomorrow. What are your expectations of that legacy? Should England get the job done?
I think when you look at what happened after the Euros to the women's game in general, it's kind of blown up. So to come back with a gold medal, a world champions medal around the necks, and I think the game may just blow up, and so it should. You know, the girls deserve it. The women's game deserves it, and ultimately they're doing it on a world stage. So yeah, it's going to be an amazing legacy, and hopefully it's one that we can create an amazing future for the next generation.
Yeah, we watch and wait. Now, your new Arsenal teammate, Alessia Russo, she said yesterday the plan was always to win all 7 matches and they remain on target for that. How impressed have you been with Russo and how excited are you to link up with her at Arsenal next season?
Yeah, Alessia has been great. I think as an England team, they've grown into the tournament and peaked at the right time. Alessia's come into her own, and ultimately we know she scores goals, and that's why we had got her at Arsenal. We want goals, and yeah, I'm excited to play with her. Fingers crossed I can put some balls into the box and she can score lots for us at Arsenal. But yeah, Alessia's doing great, and considering the talk around her before the tournament, I think she's handled everything pretty amazing.
Beth, you know what it's like to build up to a major final. What will the players be going through right now? Give us an insight into those closing hours before a huge match.
From what we were like last time, actually now it's familiar territory to some of them players. So hopefully they can help the girls who haven't been in that position before. But I have no doubt every emotion will be running through the body. They'll be so excited, they'll be nervous, they'll feel an expectation. And I think that's normal, the girls care a lot about this, as we do as fans as well. And I think they've just got, I know Serena will keep them pretty relaxed and tell them it's just another football game, which is easier said than done. But yeah, she's pretty good at doing that. So I think because it's a little bit more familiar, hopefully the girls will feel confident and they've just got to enjoy it. How often do you play in a World Cup final?
Yeah, exactly. Beth, just quickly, we can't let you go without asking your prediction for tomorrow. And who do you think will be the standout player?
Ooh. I'm going to back Lauren Hemp still. I think she's been incredible through the tournament and she hadn't hit the ground running throughout the season like she wanted to, but she's turned up for this tournament and been incredible. Score-wise, I think I've always said that. I said my score predictions, whatever Farrah Williams says, because she keeps predicting it correctly. So as long as it's an England win, I'll say what Farrah's saying.
Yeah, Mystic Farrah, Mystic Beth, hopefully. Beth Mead, thanks so much for talking to us on Good Morning Sports Fans.
Cheers.